Hey, let me let you know, Slim, if you ain't know, this year for sports has been so good. I don't even care that failed. Don't care. It's been so good. And this football season has started out so well, dog. So well. But I'm going to come to you all today with several videos. So let's get started. This is Up Against the Odds. Of course, I am your master. I am the man with the plan. Bruce Wall here. I am. Yeah. I'm here with it. So let's start off with, circuses. Yeah, circuses. And, I guess the biggest circus of them all, which actually happened prior seasons before this, and is just showing its ugly head once more, is in Seattle. Yep, Seattle. Now, Seattle has never been Seattle ever since that second Super Bowl debacle. That dumb play call that people keep trying to explain that's not a dumb play call. I don't care what analytics, what statistics. I don't care if your great-great-grandma tell me that was right call. No, it ain't. In your gut, you know it wasn't a great call, man. Sometimes football ain't about the X's and O's, man. It's about those players on the field, and you get a feeling what you need to do. You stick to who you are sometimes. You know? Sometimes you don't have to do no trick plays. You go what got you there. I was in Hooters when that play went. My man was like, oh, the Patriots going to win. I was like, oh, man. I was like, dang, he right again. And then you know what? Seattle went down the field. Got a lucky play from the stars. The ball fell into his hands, from his legs to his hands. How you mess that up? Then they move it some more. And then Marshawn show you that he was moving the ball. I don't care what the statistics say that, in between in the red zone, that Marshawn really didn't get into the end zone that season. I don't care. In that moment, he was going to do whatever it took, and you took the ball out of his hands. In that moment, I blame Pete Carroll because he's the head coach. I blame the play caller because you caught the play. And I blame Russell Wilson because you had enough cachet to change the play. So I blame Russell too. And ever since then, Seattle has never been the same. And I knew that was going to happen. The friction, it was too much. Look what they did after the play after that, when they got the ball back on offense is what I'm saying. They fought. Matter of fact, they didn't even get the ball back on offense. They defense fought. My mistake, y'all. They defense fought Brady and them. It was it. That was a wrap. Plus, the way Pete Carroll coaches is free will. And that's my man and all that. But, man, he's been messing up. He's a player's coach, but he has no control. It was his fault anyway. Because it's a line. You could go right up to it and not cross it. He lets his players cross it. He shouldn't have let Richard Sherman talk so much anyway, so free-willed. Like, dial it back. And I like Richard. I really do like Richard. But sometimes he goes over the top. He does. I guess you got to be honest. Sometimes you go over the top. Very intelligent, and a great player. But sometimes he goes over the top with this. Just saying. And now, you don't have Richard, matter of fact. Trying to get rid of Earl Thomas, that is. You don't have Cam because of health reasons. You shipped off so many other players now. You don't have Marshawn, who's still running good, by the way. Shout out to Marshawn Lynch. About almost the only good thing about the Raiders. Kind of, they let go. I ain't even going to mention that. That's for another video, but I'm going to say that, okay? Y'all know who they let go on defense. I ain't got to say, y'all know who it is. Anyway, though, I'm just saying. Pete Carroll has let this team go towards, down. Their downfall. Go towards winning championship to making the playoffs to missing the playoffs. And having a piss poor line that can't even protect my man Russell. And Russell's still awesome, but with that line and Baldwin being out, I don't know what's going to happen to Seattle. I mean, they beat Dallas, though, and that's another thing. Earl showed Seattle why you shouldn't be trying to trade Earl Thomas and pay the kid. He balling. He's going to always ball. And I understand, I mean, he was injured, last season quite often. But, pay the man. At least keep somebody from the Legion of Boom. I'm just saying. Besides Bobby Wagner, and going to a next circus. Pittsburgh Steelers. Speaking of pay the man, pay Le'Veon Bell. And for real, all you players on the Steelers who don't have Le'Veon back and who called them out, y'all some foo-foo people. Y'all some foo-foo players. One thing you don't talk about another man's pockets. You know why he holding out. It ain't because he don't love the game. It ain't because he don't love y'all. It ain't because he ain't trying to ball. It's because he trying to get paid. You all, the Steelers, I'm saying, as the organization, the executives or whatnot, or whatever you may call them, they're not trying to pay Le'Veon. Le'Veon is in his prime. He's the best running back in the game. He catches, he blocks, he runs. And he catches like a receiver. To add that on, not just catch, he catches like a receiver. And y'all don't pay the man. Y'all not trying to pay him. Y'all trying to use him up, run him to the dirt, then kick him to the curve. Nah. My man say nah. And I say nah too. Keep sitting out Le'Veon. Keep doing your thing. You doing right. I love this new attitude players have though. Where they taking their powers back. Taking the power back. They are holding the power now. I love it. And because he is in his last year of contract, he can do that. Key. You have to be in your last year of contract to be able to do this. So, either force a trade or other than that, by the time, next year, you be on another team. You ain't worried about it. Go ahead and ball out with another team. Show them what they really missing. Feel me? Le'Veon, man, keep doing you, man. And Antonio Brown is getting out of control. Now, I'm not mad he said trade me. I didn't take that serious. He was just saying trade me and then see what happens. It's going to be worse. Duh. Of course, AB top 1-2 receiver in the game, Of course. But he has to stop complaining about targets. You're targeted the most in the league, bruh. Like, you did that Facebook Live thing when your coach Mike Tomlin was saying, do not give them any ammo. And here you are giving them ammo by recording everything what the coach is saying. And like, bruh, just think, why would you even do that? And he said no phones, and you recording, boy. Just saying. A lot going on, man, but it's so entertaining. But AB, one of my favorite receivers, favorite players, period, dial it back with the social media and with the attitude and the diva-like behavior. Now, you can be a diva, but sometimes, you got to dial it back, man. Sometimes I got to check myself. I need to dial it back sometimes. You feel me? So sometimes you got to look in the mirror. Hey, like Michael Jackson said, MJ said, it starts with the man in the mirror. Sometimes you got to dial it back. So bring it on back, baby. Bring it on back. That's all. Keep balling out, but bring it back. I know y'all losing. You frustrated. Cool. I understand that. Don't show the world all the time. Sometimes keep it in and ball it out and put the results on the field. And Big Ben, Big Ben need to work on some things as well, but I'm not gonna get into that. Mike Tomlin, it's his fault. I put most of the blame on Mike Tomlin because just like Pete Carroll, he allowed his team to go about their way, say whatever they want to say, do whatever they want to do. He rewarded AB anyway, which they had to. They was in a bind, but what they could have did was put little nuggets in there to be like, okay, if you do this, you won't receive this money. Or if you do that, you can't receive this amount of money, or you will have to sit down, or you hear me, or bench him sometime. Man, y'all can win, man. Bench him sometime. Show him you're the leader. You're the boss. You are the one leading this ship, not AB. Sometimes If he can't dial it back, you dial it back for him. And that's what Mike Tomlin has not been doing. And I call him out for that. And when Ben was hollering about they draft a quarterback, y'all ain't running by me, da-da-da. Boy, all you do is need the ball out. Then you ain't got to worry about none of that. You ain't got to worry about nobody possibly taking your job if you balling out. He ain't going to take your job anyway. He ain't ready. But you won't have to even worry about that if you was balling out. I mean balling out to the standard of winning Super Bowls and not throwing so many picks. Now, he did good in the playoffs, granted. But you ain't do good enough. Close don't count, except for on horseshoes. And on to the Dallas Cowboys. No line. Yeah, I used to have the top line in the league. Now, down the drain, shorty. Down the drain. And now, you got rid of Dez. Dez was so-called the problem. Still ain't winning, though. That 9 games has thrown less than 200 yards. Jerry Jones, y'all letting this man Jason Garrett, get away with murder. Should have been fired him. He's not a great coach. He's not a good coach. Man, get him out of here. That's part of the reason why y'all losing now. No line. Play calling sucks. No weapons around Dak. And that's part of the organization as far as Jerry Jones and I can't recall his name. But man, I'm just saying. Get a boy some weapons. First of all. Then the line is just and then y'all defense ain't much even. But this offense, I'm just focused on this offense right now. It's terrible. Overall, man, y'all giving the Circus a run for their money, boy. But you giving me something to talk about, so hey, keep it up, I guess. But for real, man. All 3 teams I'm talking about need to get it together, for real. For real. Those are like, especially, Seattle. It still isn't, Dallas. For years and years, they've been like the cornerstone franchises. The cornerstone franchises, actually, And you can throw the Patriots in there, with the oh my God, the Empire is about to fall. I almost forgot. The Empire is going to an end. They're not gonna plummet this year, y'all. But I can see it declining. I can see the Empire falling, sinking in from the ground with under. Not because of outside forces, because of the end. Bill Belichick trying to trade Gronk. Gronk telling them, I'm going to retire if you trade me, so they keep him. All this friction with Brady, Bill Belichick, them last year, now it's leaking over to this year. Of course it was. We already knew it was. Crazy, man. Entertaining, but crazy. It was going to happen eventually. They had the longest run. So out of everybody, theirs aren't that bad because they had the longest run and arguably the best run in NFL history. So at least they can lay their head and lay the rest with that. And with 5 Super Bowls at that. So at least they can lay their head down on that. And what's that? And 7 appearances, right? Yeah. So at least they got that out of the mix. You hear me? They the best. Out of all those debacles, they have the best situation because at least they did that in recent history, But Brady saying he wasn't mind getting a divorce from Belichick. I'm just saying. And to my next couple videos, because I'm about to flood it up against the odds, Bruce Wall, I'm out.